Hi, my name is Brooklyn DePaulo, and this is Lab 5, Identifying Igneous Rocks. The background knowledge that I have on this topic does come from my previous lab experience in identifying igneous rocks using their given characteristics. The purpose of this lab was to observe and describe igneous rocks given their textures and the information that was provided to us for our remote learning class. The scientific question that can be posed from this lab is, what are the key identifiers that make up an igneous rock? This has relevant applicability to life outside of the classroom, as we can identify rocks in everyday life. The materials I used were the lab printout and a pencil, as well as the information given for the lab this week. While there were no trends per se in the data, I did find that it was consistently becoming easier to identify the rocks the more that I learned and the more that I reviewed the material that we were given. There were several characteristics that could describe an igneous rock, and although we were remote, we were still given ample information for detecting and deciding what type of igneous rock each of the samples could be. The data that we learned about and learned to collect included composition, mineral names and percentages, the type of rock that it was, whether that be extrusive or intrusive, the textural description, as well as the ability to identify the different types and differentiate them. Overall, the completion of this week's lab did prove the scientific question to be true. There is a way to identify rocks based off of given characteristics and compositions of each one. Given the knowledge that we have acquired through the course of this lab, we will now be able to identify igneous rocks in our day-to-day life as stated in the scientific question.